Everyone, welcome back to another video in our second unit on EDA. As you can tell from the title, the topic of this video is going to be on shuffling and sampling data. So on the one hand, this is a little bit random of a topic, especially in the context of our previous couple of videos, but the point here is one, I'm going to show you how we can shuffle and sample data and get kind of rows out of order. But the point of this is I want to kind of change or shuffle the data frame so that the integer position of each row doesn't match its label. So this row here, it's labeled 0, but it's also the 0 index row. So I want to shuffle this. And the point is, in our next couple of videos, I'm going to be showing you different techniques of solving some problems that we've already done. And for practicing with lock and iLock, it's really helpful to have the rows kind of have labels that are different from their integer index position. So that's the motivation. Again, here's the taxes data that we've been working with, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, once I've kind of uploaded it, I'm going to say df equals and df.sample, and I can say frac for fraction, and this is where I specify how many of the rows do I want to keep. So let's start by saying I want to keep 10% of the rows, and then what I can do is I can use a random state. So this works very similar to the seed argument in NumPy. So this is going to create reproducible results. So if I say random state equals 10, and you run the same code at home, you should get the same rows that I do. So let's take a look. I'll call df.head. And we see here I get label 890 row, then 5870, and so on. So you should get the same rows. And notice now, this is now integer position 0 row, but it has label 890. So okay, this is looking good so far. I really want the entire data frame. So instead of specifying frac equals 0.1, I'm going to say, actually, I think I forgot to say something. So maybe one thing I want to show you is I know that the original data frame, so before I specified taking 10%, I know that had 6,433 rows. So what I could do is I could say, well, df.shape, let's make sure I got 10% of the rows. And we can see here, 643 rows. So yep, we got 10% of the rows. Now, like I kind of was rushing to do, I really want to keep the entire data frame. So I wanted to show you a fraction less than 1, just so that you could see how it works. But if I want to keep the entire data frame, well, I can just specify give me 1. Notice again, I'm doing read CSV and then the sampling all in the same cell. And this is going to make sure that we all get the same numbers. And you can see here, the rows stayed the same. So I still got 890, 587. So the order stayed the same. But what we can do now is check the shape, and we should have 6,433 rows. So I'll call df.shape. And we can see here, 6,433. So that's looking really good so far. Now, one thing again I want to emphasize is notice how the rows, their labels no longer match their integer positions. So here the first 3 rows have labels 890, 5870, and 686. And these correspond to integer positions 0, 1, 2. So for instance, let's just take a look at this value here. So if I wanted to get it using iLock, I could say df.ilock. Now this is 0, 1, 2, comma, 0 is the first column. And this should give me this 2019 327, and that's exactly what we get. So quick video, wanted to show you sample and how it works, but also, again, like I said, in an upcoming video, we're going to make use of this shuffled data. And again, the point is for when we're practicing with lock and iLock, I want to make sure that the numbers that are written here on the left don't match the integer position. So again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.